Hey, Sin. Let me pin that. And the very few that say, hey, Crystal, good to see you. Hey, Nana L. Hey, Schmat. Schmat. Hey, Ange, good to see you. Love you too. Hey, Honey Badger, Pammy B. It's raining all of a sudden. You've been catching up on the case. Look, I'm in trial withdrawal. Hey, Mazer Mom. Let's see if I can change my profile picture. I hate this picture. I don't hate it. I'm just kind of sick of it. Let's see if that'll show up. Hey, Mayberry Days. Thing one. So, hey, Jana. Feeling a little better. Just going to listen. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Hey, Jane. Jolie. Hey, Jane. You been watching the trial? So, did you watch? Yes, me too, Crystal. Did y'all watch Friday when they came out with the timeline? I saw that Shannon hey Charlie. I saw that Shannon was live about it, but I wasn't around. So, and I hadn't got to go back and listen. But she texted me the other day, hey, Warrior Grandma, you missed it on Friday? Well, you've missed quite a bit. The Murdaugh trial, I'm so into it thing that talk about anything Murdaugh. Yes. Well, so Friday, they done a timeline and they, Warrior Grandma, and anyone that missed it, and they showed everything. You've been waiting. Listen, Crystal. I didn't think they would have such a detailed timeline. Hey, Kathy, and I can guarantee you that he didn't either. I have work going on here, so well, my day. It's hard for me to watch it through the day too, so I have to wait till the afternoon. He is cold as ice, but hey, my Lovecrafts, hot. His ice kind of broke Friday. It came from the cars and the phones, because the phones even told how many steps he took, how fast he was going. There was one point he was running. I don't think that he thought that his phone, they could pull as much out of her phone and his phone that they did. The car info, me too, Jolie. Your ass hairs smell like ass. Well, you're supposed to shave those. Hey, Kathy Rebuilds. They know every minute of the day. I can't believe how much they know about us. And it doesn't matter if you erase it. It doesn't matter if you put it on airplane mode. None of that matters because they're going to get it. Soap, water, but I'm going to also say you should shave those off. I'm just throwing that out there. Have them waxed. Yeah, they hate me. I'm so boring. But so also, no, we don't have privacy left. Yeah, it's in the cloud. Yeah, I wonder if they have if they had androids. I wonder if they would have been able to get so much information, because I don't know. Probably though. I don't know. The OnStar on his car, everything just told off. The timeline was so great, and I kinda wish we had time to watch it tonight, but I know that not a lot of people wanna see it. That info has been available in vehicles since 2001. Yeah, but a lot of people disable that. He called 911 20 seconds after getting out of his vehicle. I think that shocked him. His eyes looked like looked wonky. Yes, Mrs. M. He literally looked like he wanted to poop his pants. Silly man. He probably did have his Fitbit enabled. In fact, I think he did. Thank God for that phone recording. Listen, that's what saved him. There's more. He's corrupt. Yeah. Hey, train wreck lover. I've been lost all day without the try in my face, and this is not my group. I'm in a Facebook group, and it's like, listen, everybody, this is it. Hey, Sandy, good to see you in Discord from a woman who gave my second account. Oh, yes. I saw it, Sandy. I saw it. Somebody had posted the same thing in the Facebook group. Explain those shirts for me, please. I'm so confused. Which ones? Here, you want to? Do you feel like? Can you come up? Oh, they've put all that into evidence now, Sandy. Everything went into evidence. There's the link. Warrior Grandma. They put everything into evidence Friday. Now I'm wondering what the defense tried, but there's nothing they can do. Absolutely nothing that they can do. Hey, Jamie Lynn, good to see you. Charlie Sunspear, you said you was shocked too. Yeah, that's why I'm like, we gotta talk about this trial. Paying that. I hadn't been paying for that much, but somehow it's still trackable in the app. If authorities want to find me, they will. Old Poot has the floor now. They're giving him hell. Bless him. That's that because I couldn't find the trial on anywhere. It's a holiday. Waiting on Warrior Grandma. Waiting on you. Yeah, I think a lot of people, but there was a lot of coverage on today. I was gonna try and watch it, just to go back over like some key points, some things that they were, key points for the prosecution, but I stayed busy. I didn't remember, and I was mad at my mailman for not taking my mail. Listen, I checked the mail twice today. And you want to know what's sad is my UPS guy came today, so they didn't get the day off. Same thing, same. And my husband feels the same, like he's all hooked in this trial. He catches up. Nah, he wasn't off today. He had to work. You haven't watched any of it? Oh, Kathy, it's so good. Make sure your camera's not on. There you go.
Yay!
Yeah.
The shirts, the white shirt, what is the seafoam shirt. I'm so confused. I've seen so many pictures of him in two different shirts.
Oh, okay. So the seafoam green shirt that's going to be the shirt that you see in the Snapchat video where he's by the tree.
Right.
And
that's left in, right?
Yes. Well,
the collar down.
Yes. Well, that's the shirt that he killed them in.
Ugh.
And they can't, I mean, it hasn't been seen since.
Oh.
And I'd say, those are different khaki pants, which that night when the cops came, he was wearing shorts.
Yeah. What about his shoes?
So she said that he was wearing Sperry's, but the cops took those colored tennis shoes. They were like different colors, and they did find blood on the tennis shoes.
Hmm.
But he was walking around out there where there was, quite a bit of blood.
So there were actual treads of blood in the dirt?
No, they just found blood on his tennis shoes. They haven't said anything about finding his footprints in blood because it rained.
Oh, God. Yes.
Yeah, Brenda, he did. He cleaned it up good because he sprayed himself off out there. Then he goes up and he takes a shower, cleans the bathtub, and comes back. And I think that's how he did it. He didn't expect uh them to find the blood, I think, on his steering wheel. There you go. Yeah. Because all three of their mixture of blood was on his steering wheel.
Oh, right, right, right. You still think he's gonna get off?
I think that there's a good chance.
Hmm.
And I
I
hate
do.
saying that, but I do think that. What do y'all think? And the reason I say that is because so much of the evidence is circumstantial. They even had a Snapchat person that came and said, "This is definitely when this video was taken." But, if he gets off for that, he'll pay for his other crimes, but everybody wants to see him go down for this, what he did. Yeah, good
Yeah,
chance
what
for
he
a hung
did.
jury.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, no.
I said, "Yeah, what he did," 'cause I don't have any doubt in my mind. I really don't.
No, I don't either. What little bit of doubt I had is gone. Me too, Jolie. I'm still afraid. And all it takes is one jury member to say, "I'm not 100% convinced." Hey, Miranda love. And we're done for. It's scary. 8 women, 4 men. Yes, it's all circumstantial. Well, with it being 8 women, there's a good chance he might go down.
That's true.
But they didn't get a change of venue. Um, and there's such big names in that town. I don't know. They may be afraid. They're afraid of
Mm,
them.
or the opposite, Randy. I mean, I wonder what the average tax bracket is of the jury, because people of low incomes, etc., don't look too highly on rich white folk that commit murder.
That's true too, and they are sick of that family getting away with stuff, so
Yeah, yeah. With the son in his boat accident, and yeah, and him all the theft. Gee,
yeah.
I mean, they've proven all that, right? That he
Oh,
stole
absolutely.
that for what was it, 4 million from those kids?
Yes.
The man has no
Hey, Green
scruples.
Eyes. None. And honestly, I think what helped listen, if this jury convicts him, that poor kid of their maid getting on that stand, that's gonna ring in their head.
Yeah.
A lot of deaths surrounding them. Yeah, the good old boy mentality is a real thing. It's a real so, Buster flipping the bird, I don't care for him either. And, I wanna like Buster. I kinda feel bad for Buster. Um, there's a phone call that's been let out, somewhere where his dad's trying to get "Hey, Carlos," trying to get him to go hunt at Mazzelle, and he's like, "I don't wanna go there." He's like, "Why not?" "What do you
Oh,
mean, why not?"
good grief.
Yeah, my husband wrote that in the Facebook group last night. He said, "I think there's a 98% chance of him getting off," and people went crazy. Like, it was his very first post in the group. "Hey, Snooks." He does suck. Um, and, a lot of people, they were like, they took "Hey, Kimberly, so glad to see you." Um, they took what Jim some people knew what Jim was saying, and then others thought he was saying he was innocent. That's not what Jim said. Hey, Anna's opinion. Yeah, I didn't grow up privileged either. I'd be hung by now if I'd done something like that. Buster cheated and was thrown out of law school. He's going back though, right? I think he was trying to go
Go
back.
back if it's proven you don't even have morals to do the right thing. Can you go back? I wouldn't. He'd have to go to a different law school maybe with lots of money.
I think I heard him say that he was going back. I saw it on. I'm watching Online Crime. No, he's not now. No. Oh, damn. They're falling apart then, huh? I
I wonder
guess
he's
not.
got.
Do what?
I said, no wonder he's got attitude.
Well, and look, no matter what, hey Bex, he's got attitude also, like they're saying he killed this guy that, was gay and that he was his lover. And, if say that's not true, that's just a rumor around town. Now it's been in 2 TV shows, coming up on the 3rd TV show. His name's out there. Even if it's not true, they've painted him with a murderous brush. She passed the bar last year. Ah. Yeah, that's what I heard, Dark Honey Badger, talking about him going back. Oh, Alex paid $60,000 to get him back in school, but no school will accept him.
Well, no, if the kid doesn't have any morals, if he cheated, he cheated.
Yeah.
I mean, you cheat at clown school, but you can't cheat at law school.
Right. He's got enough money, he doesn't have to work for the rest of his life. I don't, you think, well, yeah, there's family money. So Jolie said that the word on the street is Buster hasn't visited his mom's family since this happened. And I believe that, but oh, I agree, Snooks. That picture that I posted that's, of him hugging her sister, that really tugged at me. Did you watch her sister get up and testify?
No, there's so much last week I missed.
Oh, it's heart-wrenching.
Do you think he knew or
Buster?
knows now? Yeah.
No, I don't. I differ, and that's a good question for the chat. I don't think he knew, and I think he might be starting to figure it out. I think he don't want it to be true.
It would be really tough to sit there and hear all that about your dad and try and hang on to your faith in him. Yeah. I can't see the chat, by the way. How do I do that?
Are you on your phone?
No.
Are you on your iPad?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there like a button that says chat or?
Well, I even had to go in Safari.
Yeah.
So I hit the button chat and I can send messages out, but I can't receive any.
Oh.
That I can see. So I don't know. Should I bring in the expert? Oh, here's a more button.
Oh.
Comments. Let's see.
Mazer Mom thinks he was there. Well, actually, Mazer Mom, they have literally proven that Buster wasn't there. Yeah, there you go. Buster was definitely in Rock Hill when they were killed. Yeah, they've proven Buster wasn't there. I just don't believe. I believe that Paul was more of a mama's boy. So there was a text put out from the dad from Paul to his dad. And me and Jim are taking it 2 different ways. Let me see if I can screen share it.
I'll be right back. I gotta kill a cat.
Oh, let's start that rumor. Hold on, let me pull this up to show y'all.
She was climbing
100%.
Sorry.
Oh, I've heard her handiwork when we were on the phone.
Oh yeah.
100%, I think that was Alec on the phone on the video.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he said, "Hi, Dad." You hear Paul say, "Hi, Dad." He said it really low, and then you hear him say, call the dog, "Hey, Bubba."
Yes.
So for sure, yeah, I think it. Let me open this in a different tab, and I'll share. Maybe I won't.
Maybe you won't.
There it goes. So me and Jim read this two different ways because again, I feel like um again, Paul was the mama's boy and Buster is more close to his dad. And I'm not sure, somebody in chat I'm sure will know where EB is. But he says to him in voicemail, "I'm still in EB because when you get here, we have to talk. Mom found several bags of pills in your computer bag." Now, Jim reads this as a heads up, like, "Hey, Mom found several bags of pills." I read this, "I'm still here because we have to talk." You know, like, I can't leave because you have pills. I'm not reading that as a heads up. I'm reading it, and this was on 5/6/21, and he killed them, what, the next month, right? Yeah.
I wonder when he was. This is Buster that has the pills.
No, that
Who?
was, Alec. You think it was a heads up, Arshaz? You're with me? Yeah. See, a lot of people think it's a heads up. Hey, Zink, I don't think it's a heads up. No, Alec was an addict. And listen,
Oh.
I was I really thought he was lying about being a drug addict until recent. He absolutely was on pills and probably really had been for 20 years. And everybody's like, "But he was fat. He was fat." No, no. When you're on opiates, you absolutely get fat. At first, you lose weight and then you get fat. Well, not everybody, but some people. Right. He was known to his mother as Little Detective. Right. A $50,000 a week habit. Yeah. Snooks. That's what I think. I think he was trying to sell some on the side too. He's really bad at it. Like, he snitched soon. You know, he set up his own supposed suicide. Said that guy, cousin, oh gosh, cousin Eddie, he's saying that cousin Eddie shot him. I don't think he was shot at all. I think that blood from that was from his fall. He held to the no and paid with checks. He paid with checks. He paid with cash. Yes. Because look, he's a Murdaugh. They don't get in trouble. And I really think he thought he was going to get by with this. I really do. I think he thought he could take all that money, he would sell the pills, put the money back, and that's how deep. Look, do y'all know how many holes get dug because of that way of thinking? And it's good to see you held to the no. Held to the no, no. If you like an example of how South Carolina juries respond to circumstantial evidence cases, look into the Brett Parker case, who killed his wife and best friend inside his Irmo, South Carolina home in April 2012. Brett Parker. Okay. That's what Miss M. That's what Jim says. I don't think he had a $50,000 a week habit. I think he was paying him to buy pills. I think he was paying him to look for pills. I think he was paying him to do a little work on the side. Are you here?
Yeah, I am here. I'm just trying to think. You said something about a pill habit for 20 years.
Yes.
Wouldn't it have been so obvious after that
No, no,
long?
no. No.
No?
Some people can actually hide it and they can function. And I call them pill nibblers. And there's a reason that I know this, okay? And I'm going to leave it at that. But more than likely, Zinc, welcome to the winner circle. You're going to love it here. I would say that his kids and wife, though, saw him on the other side where he would maybe get pretty zonked out at night. But he was, definitely a functioning addict. I
Wow.
say he had a really high tolerance, Mary.
So obviously the housekeeper never saw that, or she would have said something.
I think she saw it and didn't say anything out of respect.
But she would have said something in court, don't you think? She would have
No,
said to the prosecutor, no?
no, I don't
You
think she would have volunteered. I think if she was asked the question, she would have told. But because she wasn't asked the question, she didn't.
It's a pretty obvious question.
Yeah, but they never asked her about it. Well, that's true, Black Eagle, but he was able to function without people knowing, is what I mean. Um, he obviously was making the most terrible decisions that one could make financially, with his family, with his whole life. His whole life was crumbling. And I think he blamed his life crumbling on that boat accident, which I hate that people don't keep in mind that Paul was a child when that happened. I'm not excusing what he did, but let's call, that's a child. He was a child, a dumb one, but still a kid. Way to go, Bex.
Congratulations, Bex. That's great. That is great.
Yes. And that's exactly what happens. You function until you absolutely can't keep up the facade anymore. And whenever he was willing to let somebody blow his head off, I think that's when he thought, I can't do this anymore. And he even called Cousin Eddie from the rehab to buy pills.
Wow.
Yeah. I say so, Jolie. Yeah.
So on so many levels, this guy's a sleazebag.
Yeah, Charlie. Oh, honey, yes. Absolutely. He is. I mean, you just look at him and knowing now what you know, I've went back and I've watched all of his interrogations and all of his interviews and all that, and I see it so different. And hey, Alan, Paul's parents supported him drinking and getting in that boat. Of course yeah, Lily, if you look at their Facebook and their pictures and all that, their fun seemed to be around drinking. Seems to be a pretty normal thing in the family. Right, Black Eagle. Who could look at their child and pull a trigger? Yeah, I did watch the body language experts. Now I think I'm one.
I can only interpret certain finger gestures. That's it.
Yeah. Well, in his interview, when before I watched that, now I knew, if you cross your arms, you are hiding something. You're being defensive, and he had his arms crossed the whole time, and that was,
They say that is self-soothing.
yeah, he rocks himself too.
Oh, does he?
Oh yeah, the whole time in court. For somehow he has an endless amount of mints that he eats constantly in court.
Hmm.
And I mean, it's like a bottomless bag of mints and rocks back and forth while he's eating mints. Right, Chris Watts. Chris Watts killed his wife and kid. All that, yeah. I mean, you got to think of it like everybody, we're shocked over this, but you got to remember Chris Watts took a blanket and did what he did to his babies.
Yeah.
It's just hard to believe. Well, he dips tobacco, Mrs. M, and I don't know if he's getting to do that in jail. I don't know if they let you do that in jail or not. Me too, Jamie Lynn. Somebody crunching mints in my ear. That's like chewing ice. No. He's probably lost 200 pounds.
Really?
Well, I'd say at least well over 100. I shouldn't say 200, but I'd say well over 100.
Well, he obviously, if he's rocking back and forth and everything else, he's obviously wound right up.
Yes. It's chewing gum and it's so it can't be gum though, because is he swallowing it then? Because he's constantly put it in his mouth, just going. No one is supposed to do that in court. Yeah, I didn't think they let you eat in court. They will let you drink water. The one lawyer looks like he's about to fall asleep all the time. I'm curious to see if the defense thinks they have a rabbit.
What do you think?
The only rabbit I think they might think they have would be Paul. Could be Shamat. I don't know if Paul is on the list or not. But I would love to see, and then a lot of people think that Alec is going to take the stand, and because he's kind of narcissistic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Paul, Buster. I don't know why. He's a little narcissistic.
You're right, Snook.
Yeah. Try to poke holes in the state's case. Yes, Mary.
I think he's the smartest man in the room, or he used to. I don't know if he. Do they even talk about him going through any kind of withdrawal or anything in prison?
No, he went to rehab.
Oh, he went to rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. He that's where in rehab he admitted that nobody gunned him down, that he had it done himself.
Oh.
Not me, Black Eagle. And I love to see people like him go to prison, but the Chrisleys, listen, of course, I don't have the money the Chrisleys have, never will. But I feel them on taxes. Like, fuck you, man. You just get sick of handing your money over. And now the poor old Chrisleys are in prison.
Who are the Chrisleys?
From the TV show, Chrisley Knows Best.
Oh, okay.
Good Southern family.
Oh.
Definitely a sloppy investigation. So sloppy. And they're out there whispering, and I feel like that the cops knew, because let me tell you how you know when somebody's guilty. When they call 911 and they say, my mom's in late stage Alzheimer's and I was over there taking care of her, and I come and my wife and son are on the ground and they're bleeding bad, hurry. Like, you start explaining yourself when you give way too many.
Yeah, when you get your alibi out before the condition of your wife.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
And he didn't have a head, but I did check for a pulse just in case he was the one Menominee.
Lord. So have they played the tape? If they have, I haven't heard that either.
Which one?
Of him calling 911.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure they've played it in court. I can find it though. It's easy to find. I'm sure I think they have played it in court. The chat.
people kind of rehearse what they're going to say and that sort of thing, and
Oh, he had it. Yeah.
it doesn't sound like you followed the script.
Yeah, I think that he thought calling 911 was gonna be, a lot easier than what it was, and, let me see, is this it?
Lotus Flower says the 911 calls are there. Okay. I'll have to listen.
I'm gonna play it. Hopefully, my internet will let me. I bet I didn't hit share audio.
First name Tanish, last name Bryson Smith, Brys.
Can y'all hear that?
Yep.
That's 25 minutes. There it is.
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child got badly.
Okay, you said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Sir?
You said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Yes, sir. 4147 Moselle Road.
Stay on the line with me, okay? Yes, sir. Stay on the line with me, okay? Okay.
Conner County Communications.
Carlton, I have an Alex Murdaugh on the line, caller from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot.
Okay, and sir, give me the address again.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay. Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am. They're on the ground out at my kennels.
Okay, and did you see anyone? Okay, is he breathing at all?
No.
Is she? Okay, do you see anything? Do you see anyone in the area?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
What color is your house on the outside? What color is your house on the outside?
It's white. You can't see it from the road.
Okay, is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Okay, and what is your name?
My name is Alex Murdaugh.
Okay, did you hear anything, or did you come home and find them?
No, ma'am. I've been gone. I just came back.
Okay, and was anyone else supposed to be at your house?
No, ma'am. Please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you. Okay, what is her name?
Maggie and Paul.
Maggie is her name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you. Me asking you these questions, don't slow them down, okay? And you sure they're not breathing? Is he moving at all, your son? I know you said that she was shot, but what about your son?
Nobody. They're not. Neither one of them's moving.
What is your telephone number? And does anything look out of place?
Ma'am, not particularly, really. No, ma'am.
Okay.
Are they close, ma'am?
Yeah, they've been en route with you ever since you got on the phone with me. I have multiple people coming out there to you. Okay. I don't want you to touch them at all, okay? I don't know if you've already touched them, but I don't want you to touch them just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
I'd already touched them trying to get to see if they were breathing.
Okay. Well, I just don't want you to move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
Well, I guess it was the interview where he starts going in about everywhere he was and this and that.
Okay, I have my first thought after listening to that was, is he the only person on the planet in this day and age that doesn't know that once you've dialed 911 and requested a service, the service is on its way and that you have to keep talking to the operator? He knew that. That was just part of the drama.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Hurry, hurry.
Yeah. Oh, I'm such a cynic.
Well, me too. But I even like after just now knowing everything. Is G's on me Pete's in here? Not to mention all the money stuff from clients. Also, what was bothering is the money stuff from his ex housekeeper. Yes, Justine's
Yeah.
closet. Yes. I'm sorry, I've missed a lot of the chat because when you screen share, you can't see the chat. Hey, Nat Chloe. Jizo Pete's. Jizo Me Pete's. I can't believe we have a Jizo Me Pete's. But okay, so that's his tail. That's his tail. That's his lie tail. So if you go and listen to his interviews and stuff, you're gonna know. You're gonna see his tail when he lies.
He says before?
Yes. She's like, don't touch the bodies. And he says, I already have. Most people tell the 911 people to hurry. And I think he had that in mind, Ash. But listen, you just found your son and wife shot. And I don't know. It's all when they get there, he's like, are they dead? Are you sure? Just go back and watch the body cam footage. They don't show the bodies or anything. They have it blurred out.
Oh.
Right. Paul's brains were splattered about, and he claims he turned him over. He claims then his phone fell out of his pocket and he set it on his butt.
Because that's important.
Yeah.
That's something that sure I would notice. My family was, yeah. Oh, I don't like that gentleman at all.
I don't either. No. In fact, I would like to
He's
be
not
alone.
getting a Christmas card.
And he left them, went to the house for a shotgun. Nobody would have left their wife and child ever. Exactly, held to the no. Not only that is he always had a pistol in his truck. Then he makes sure to tell the cops that night when the cops are there, I usually have a pistol in my truck. I don't tonight, but I usually do.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, you'd think he'd have a shotgun in the kennels.
Well, yeah.
Probably one in every.
Because it's a hunting place,
Yeah.
He had Eddie Smith take a shot at him so people would believe the killer of his wife and son was after him. Mary, I wonder if Eddie, because let's just say cousin Eddie, what he's not all the way on the up and up. And I don't think he wanted to die. But I don't think cousin Eddie knew he was such a snitch either. Because, I mean, as soon, like when he's in rehab, they do a phone interview about the gunshot. And he just starts snitching. Like, I've bought pills from Eddie. I've bought pills from this one, that one. He might not have killed them. He could have planned the murders just as he planned with cousin Eddie. Justine, he killed them. Go watch Friday's. His phone put him right there at the kennels at the time of death. He was not even smart enough to turn his own phone off. But I will forever wonder why he took Maggie's phone and threw it on the side of the road. Which, by the way, Justine, they even got him slowing down to stop to throw her phone out on the side of the highway.
Oh, wow. And they can pinpoint that from where her phone was.
Yes.
Charted, whatever. Oh, gee.
What was the
Not
deal?
smart
When they,
done.
I don't know. Yeah, Brenda Hart. That's what I just said. Like, why? Why would I don't think we'll ever know the answer to that either. None of so much of this stuff we'll never know because he's never gonna admit it. And I
It's
swear, huh?
I think if I think the thing with the phone was not really a well thought out plan, but a plan that, somebody took her phone and then discarded it. Sort of idea. Like, I'm not saying it has to make sense. Look who's saying
Yeah,
it.
yeah, like they stole her phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think he was grasping at straws, and because, I mean, where would her phone have been? On her body. Ew.
yeah, that's true. And not a drop of blood on his white shirt
Right.
where he checked their pulses to make sure, they weren't breathing and where he checked to see if they were breathing. Not a drop of blood. His hands were clean. I mean, clean, clean. Um,
So in the timeline, does he have time enough after the phone call to run in the house and change his clothes?
I
Or,
believe,
oh,
yeah,
maybe he changed them before when then he went to his mom's.
yes, yes, he
Yeah.
did. Do you think that's why held to the no? I wonder, listen, for some reason, he hated his wife. I believe that. Like, the last shots were to the head. Like, what the hell? Yeah, his hands were like mommy dearest clean. And there's talk, and I haven't gotten all the way. I think she was ran over by his side by side. They're saying there were some tread marks on her leg.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I totally believe she was watching him do it. Me too, held to the no, and I think he enjoyed that because in his last interview, he's like, "So my wife saw it happen. My wife saw it happen."
Oh.
50,000 a month on
He would
drugs.
have had to have been really fast about it, though, because if she saw what he was doing, she'd run.
Yeah, well, she, maybe, maybe not, because that was their son. I think she went into shock.
Mm,
She saw her son get killed.
yeah.
She saw her husband shooting their son in the head. You think it's from leaning against the tire, not run over? Alec needed a way out. His mind a new start, life without divorce, murder, trial for his son, financial troubles because he thought, yes, life's a beach, and he obviously only wanted to kill those two because he lured them there.
Black Eagle, yes, I am Canadian.
That's a damn nightmare. It is.
What, being Canadian? No.
No, some of my favorite people are from Canada.
Yeah, and some of our not so favorite people, too.
Yeah.
I'm so ashamed.
Yeah, he lured them there, but he never mentions that. And
How do you figure he lured them there?
it was in the, the maid testified to Maggie saying that he wants them there, in Canada. Um, because she didn't want to be there. She liked to be at the beach house. She didn't want to be at the hunting lodge. And he kind of insisted that she be there for his dad. And his dad was in the hospital. His dad wasn't even, she was supposed to go to his parents' house with him.
Wow.
They were all living at the beach house. Everybody says that they were separated. No, they all lived at the beach house. He, that Luca Magnotta threw me off. he wanted, he lured Paul there but because of the sunflowers and Maggie there because of his sick father, which I think his dad died. Welcome back, 180. I think his dad died 2 years later. 2 days later. 2 years.
Where was his dad?
Edesto. His dad was in the hospital.
Oh,
And his mom has Alzheimer's.
yes. Perfect witness.
Right. Right. I wonder if he thought possibly, well, he needed the caregiver, though, because she has a caregiver. He needed the caregiver to see him. But he
Right.
asked the caregiver, he said, you remember I was there for what, 45 minutes to an hour. And he wasn't. He was there for 20 minutes. Hey, Maudlin. I agree.
That was on the timeline of his vehicle and his phone, right? 20
Oh,
minutes.
no. When it came back, it showed when he put it in park, and then it showed when he put it in reverse. I love that.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog leaned on my pad. Yeah, he started setting up his alibi quickly. And just think, he goes and does all this stuff after he's killed his wife and kid. Sandy, me too.
He put a lot of thought into this, premeditated.
Mm-hmm.
thought.
Because if you listen to his interview, and it wasn't an interrogation, it was just them asking him a few questions in the cop car the night that it happened. And then that happened. Then 3 days later, there's another interview where he just goes on and on and on, rambling and rambling. He had his alibi set up and he keeps saying, y'all can check my phone on that. Because everything, he's like, hey, going to see mom or M, he put, call me, babe. He didn't realize that they could pull out of his phone everything that he deleted. And like they said, 72 texts were deleted from his phone.
Wow.
Really, Jolie? Rumor, right? See, Jolie lives where all this happened. I was keeping it, what I say, that the guns are buried in the casket with his dad. That would not shock me. And I just wonder if the shirt's in there too, because they can't even find where he burned it. And he had people around him. I don't know. It's weird, because nobody left his side after these murders happened. When would he have been alone?
Yeah, no, he pulled all that off before he went to his mom's.
Yes. And immediately when the cops get there to the crime scene, he's like, see, my son was in a boating accident and he's been getting threats. And that was he was going to use that. That was his big plan.
Big plan.
Yeah.
Never quite works out that way.
Never. People always know whatever's done in the dark always comes to light. Do you think he still does, that he's untouchable? I absolutely think that he thought he was untouchable. I think that he is beginning to wonder if he's still untouchable. And I think they have painted, again, Paul as a bad kid. And everybody tells you what a great kid he was, what a hard worker he was. He made a mistake. He was a mean drunk. I hate the way that boy is being portrayed. I just do. His friends testified, to what a great friend he was. He screwed up.
Yeah. Well, and what's the point they're trying to make with that?
Well, because, with the boat wreck, one of his best friend's girlfriend got killed. And he seemed like he didn't care. And then, his friends come out and they said he did care. He cared a lot. It bothered him. It really, really bothered him. And, he just didn't talk about it. So yeah, you get that they really, when you watch the document, there's 3. I don't know if you have HBO, HBO
No.
Now. There's a 3-part. Do you have CNN? Because they played it. It may still be
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
They had it on there, that what the HBO thing, and it tells all about the boat wreck.
I just don't see what the point of that is. I mean, yeah, okay, it happened, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the crime that they're trying.
Well, no, but that his dad did use that as an alibi or a reason that people would come and
So he's going for the one juror who has doubt.
Yes. Oh yeah, they're gonna go for that juror that has doubt. HBO Max, thank you. Couldn't think of HBO. But now, do you have Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, so the 22nd, they're coming out with a Netflix thing about the Murdaughs. There's also one on Peacock. Because of the $30 million lawsuit. Yeah, I think that $30 million lawsuit is the reason that they're dead. Well, I kind of think that. But again, why would you want to see your wife suffer? I mean, we all know it's cheaper to keep her. That's why rich people don't get divorced most of the time. But
Maybe she wanted out and she threatened to tell.
maybe. I think she was fed up with his drug use. You do. It's a lifestyle that Paul had an alter ego named Timmy.
Pardon me?
That's what they call when Paul would get drunk, the kid, they would say when Timmy would come out, and he would be abusive.
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy.
that's weird. Let's blame it on Timmy.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Then we don't have to deal with it because it's Timmy's fault.
Well, they said, like he even had signs when Timmy came out with his hands, and I guess you just got to see the documentary. But the documentary sways you in a way. An audit of his accounts was going to show and prove his fraudulent activity. Absolutely. I mean, he stole from his best friend of 30-something years. He stole from everybody in the law firm. And they not started, of course, none of his close friends thought he killed his wife and son. And nobody at the law firm or whatever. So if evidence hadn't started coming out against him doing it, I think he would have got away with it. I think he would have got away with the thievery. I think they would have worked a deal out between themselves.
Yeah, I think you're right with that. I think he could have finagled that one, but so there had to be something else as well.
Mm-hmm. Stolen funds from his clients to pay Smith won the $2.8 million. Wow.
Wow.
Yes, Charlie. When I saw his best friend cry, now that is when Alec produced real tears. When his best friend was up there crying, saying, "I loved him." Me too, Lotus. I loved him more than anything, and I probably still do love him. And then Alex started crying. Yeah, it was all coming apart, Jolie. Because the day they confronted him at the law firm about him being a thief, is the same day that the murders happened. And I think he had this plan all along, and that's what set the plan in motion. Okay, let me call Maggie and get her. Let me call Paul and make sure he's there. Hey, Lanky. Love you too.
Hi, Lanky.
And he mimicked that boy. Ho, 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 ho.
What?
Somebody mimicked somebody, but I don't know.
The best friend, Alex's best friend, mimicked Paul?
I don't know. The Smith family, wasn't that the mimic? Alec mimicked Paul's friend.
Oh.
I didn't say that. I don't think I seen it. We definitely need more of Lanky. Is Wendy here? Wendy's not here, is she?
I think she's assuming I'm Wendy.
Oh, okay. I think Wendy's asleep, which I don't blame her.
Did you guys have a holiday today?
Yeah.
Like statutory, was it President's Day or some day like that?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Let's say like the Murdaughs. Both kids always had friends surrounding them. They went to the beach house hunting, so the boys' friends were close to them. Yes. Oh, yes, Brenda. Well, the thing is this, is in small towns, you got to have good, you can't have, all you have is your name. Thomas, no, I don't think I do, Olivia. And I've always told my kids that all you have in this small town is your name. Keep it clean. You have to. Even, and we're not wealthy at all, but you got to have a good name in a small town. No, I've never watched Southern Charm. I think you told me a little bit about that, though. I watched the trial on Law and Crime. There's about 70. Yes. There is. I don't keep it on all the time because I'm busy, but I always go back, and I like that they snip the good parts.
I probably will not watch the documentary, to be perfectly honest. I didn't watch the Watts one because we knew what the facts were. And all they were going to do was make money off that. And I thought that was disgusting. So they didn't get my view.
Oh.
I hear I didn't miss much.
From the Watts one?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me now, Olivia. I watched the only one I've watched was I watched the one on Netflix, American Crime, I think. I don't remember the name. I haven't watched a whole lot because I knew so much about it just from being on YouTube and just from the little things YouTube put out. I heard she's retired law enforcement and oh wow, Murdaugh. Southern Charm is a little scripted, but there are people living. I don't know. I've never watched one episode. Alex mimicked Paul's friend's grief when his girlfriend testified. It was really weird. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. They don't. I think they probably thought because the kids were so young, it didn't hurt. Well, listen, it hurts. Pain is pain. Hey, Willow, where you been? Where you been hanging out? That man that does fit the news. He was in the first season of Southern Charm. Charges weren't scripted. This one I stayed away. Oh, Lanky. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? I'm glued. Glued. Dreaming about punching him in the nose. I mean, just everything.
Oh, no. Seriously?
No, I haven't dreamt that. But I do have dreams
I
about
reached
it.
over and bopped Jim one.
Hey, Nana Patty. Good to see you. I learned a lot about the family. Things made more sense after. Carrot Top, I guess if I hadn't have watched the HBO thing, I wouldn't have understood what they meant by the boat wreck and oh, I know, Lanky, and why the lawsuit would have been such a big deal. Hey, Lily. I don't think that Alec got that it wasn't about money for them. It was about they didn't feel like he cared about their daughter.
Yeah,
Brenda, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying that makes sense. I didn't realize there was a a back and forth between the two families kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously they hold a grudge because he was drunk. He was driving erratically, and 3 of them got thrown out of the boat, and she wasn't found for 8 days.
Right.
And a lot of them were hurt. Like the guy that called 911, his jaw was broke and cut, and like they don't even know how he was talking on the phone call. And but they were so drunk. Just it's so sad.
Did Paul get hurt?
No.
Oh.
And he acted so obnoxious in the emergency room, coming on to the nurses, laughing, cutting up. And his dad and grandpa was going from room to room and doing damage control, saying things like, don't tell them who was driving. When they ask you who was driving, say, I don't know. And like, where do they let that happen? They let that happen nowhere. Nowhere do you get to corrupt. Trying to recoup from the 6-figure divorce, about to try my hand at tragedy, pimp, e-grifter. Well, good luck. All you need's a bullhorn. That's what I heard. Six-figure divorce. My gosh. Yeah, he hit his girlfriend and spit in her face that night. That made me feel a way about him, but I still feel bad for him. Okay, he had his head blown off. He was spoiled. His parents made him that way. Old money does that. Yeah. Rich people are very different. Well, luckily, I don't know. Or unluckily. I wish I could tell you.
You wouldn't be who you are.
That's right. That's right.
Into money.
No. But I also wouldn't listen, people. Holy shit. Holy shit. I just keep repeating that. Pay me. Yes. Yes. That's it. Willow, you nailed it right there. Listen, people. Listen. Holy shit. Old money, rich people, because they have connections. Yes. I mean, we have them around here. And you know who to be nice to. And you know that if they do something, they're not going to get in trouble. And it's good to have those people as friends. It really is. But you see what happens. All those good friends go up on the stand and testify against your ass.
I just can't even fathom it. I'm sorry. I must have been raised under a rock or something, because I'd rather raise my children with morals and a conscience and a sense of decency than, we'll just buy people off.
Yes. Oh, what'd you find out, Sandy? Well, yeah, this is, and I said this the other day, the very prime example of what God meant when he said the love of money. The money, his love of money made him murder his family. He didn't want to let that money go. It made him rob his friends. Yeah. Right, Charlie? Champagne taste with a beer budget. That's what Nanny always said. Still don't move in the same way. We weren't dirt poor, but we were definitely not rich. I guess middle class. We always knew we were going to have electricity, but we were on a budget as well. So Yes, Lotus. So much betrayal. He betrayed everybody. This man betrayed every human in his life.
And I really think it was because of his ego, his lack of confidence and his ego that made up for it. Because he made one mistake and then he made another mistake to cover up the first mistake, and it just went on and on and on.
Yes, and that's usually what happens though. You mess up. So I found this case before it was a thing. A kid with about 500 subs kept popping up in my feed. So I watched him. He's a local in the area. Now you'd have to forget everything you now know and watch his in order. He started with the Mallory boat accident. Before that, there was even a connection between the two publicly. He now has been approached for a film documentary, just like those girls that have the podcast. I think they started before, this was a thing. They were just talking about the Murdaughs, and now, boom.
Why do I hear Laura's voice in my head going, why can't that happen to me? Because you don't do your research, honey.
That's a different kid. They think that Buster hit that kid in the head. Olivia, I don't do a lot of sports ball stuff. New Orleans is a lot of charity work and parties. I don't do sports ball stuff. Well, you're missing out on the fun. I'm obsessed with the podcast. It's good. They know their cheese. Yep. What Upchurch said the other day. Obsessed with pieces of paper you can't take with you when you die. The
Yes.
oldest son. Yes, Olivia. The oldest son is the one that they are accusing of killing the Smith boy. Which that's not. Go ahead.
What's
Do
the
what?
history on that? Like, was that a long time ago? Have they just decided now that he might be guilty of something?
I guess it was always a conspiracy in their town. And that was back in, I think it happened in 2015. There's zero proof. Zero. It's hearsay, somebody told somebody and da da da. And like there would be other gay people in the area saying, I also dated Buster. That's how I feel. I feel like they're setting him up to be as guilty as the rest of the family. That's how I feel. I don't think he did it. Absolutely, Lanky. But they ruled this death of this boy a hit and run. And he wasn't hit by a car. He was hit in the head with something, laying in the middle of the road. His shoes were still on. Now, most of the time when you get hit with a car, you fly up in the air, it knocks you out of your shoes. You get scuffed up really badly. And this kid only had one place, on his head where they basically beat him with a bat. Well, I say one place on his head. It was like half of his face was gone. But the rest of him was okay. He would have definitely came out of his shoes. They weren't even tied tight. Yo, it's child abuse to name your kid Buster. It's like a family nickname.
Or does he have a real name?
His real name, what is it? What is it? I know. Yeah, he does, but I don't know it. I can't remember it. Well, now Justine, they are gonna exhume her body. The housekeeper that died on their property, they're gonna exhume her body and do
Oh my gosh, it's just never ending, this man's evil. The stuff, the repercussions of
right, Maud. Right. Were the first to call Stephen Smith. Yeah, as soon as it happened, they were also at the scene. The Murdaughs were there. His brother, Randy Murdaugh, was there at the scene of this kid after he got hit or found. Found is what he was. Um, I have to agree with that, Dark Honey Badger. They said they would take the case for free. It's kind that does kind of link. You're right. You're right. Does link him. I don't know. I want to have faith in Buster.
Do you? I mean, the
Yeah.
look on his face, that one picture you posted, the look on his face, it just very, very angry man.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yes. Angry he got caught. Angry that and I think most of it is that he got caught, that he can't eat his pills anymore. Oh, Richard Alex Jr. Thank you, Lily. Thank you. What? Yeah, go ahead. What's his channel, Willow?
Yeah.
Yeah, before the mother even knew, the Murdaughs knew. Eric Allen, Randy. He is great. Okay, I'm looking him up now.
And Willow, did you say he's local?
The one that's got 140,000 subscribers? Oh yeah.
Oh my.
He hadn't put out a video in Lanky, thank you for Baby Duck and Nanny. I am thank you so much. I'm Gaga. He has thank you for posting that, Cynthia. Now I have a name and it's Gaga. I love you too, Lanky. And I love, love, love being a Gaga. So many words. Tonight he said Elmo Slide, which is a song.
Oh.
Walking is going great, Maud. And he says, walk, 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 walk. I guess that's on his TV show. He sang his ABCs tonight. He sang, he even done the part with, won't you come and sing with me? I mean, of course I have to interpret, but I know what he's saying. He is so smart. And if I don't get this on video, nobody's going to believe me.
That's true.
Yeah, Brenda, he's talking really early. And, Timber has said, from the beginning has spoke to him. And Duck is almost 15 months old, Sandy. She has talked to him like, you're my baby, but you're also, this little human that I have to make sure is good at being a human. And so we just tell him all the time, you are so kind. And he does. He Croc Red Bottoms. He is just so kind. Like tonight, when I walked in, he said, help me, help me, help me, help me. That means he wants me to hold him. And I held him and he laid his head on my shoulder and he was patting my back.
Oh. Oh, I love that.
Maybe Charlie. Maybe I just subscribed to him. And I'm gonna ring the bell. So it's going great. And my other one is, let's see, today. So he was 5 months old yesterday.
Wow.
Hey, Psycho Nut. Long time no see. You're up late. I'm formerly Adam's Lost House Cat. Where have you been? Nice name change. Um, and we call him Vito. So, no, that's not his real name, but that is what we call him. So we have Skeeter and Vito.
Vito?
Vito.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have lapsed into a coma for a second. Where did Vito come from?
The name?
Yeah.
Oh, well. He looks like Danny DeVito. So
Oh.
we shortened it to Vito. Don't judge him. He's just going through a phase. You will be. He'll eventually have you a grandson or daughter, grandbaby. Yeah, we missed you. I still can't believe. I know. Remember when I used to constantly say, I want a grandbaby? And then all of a sudden my kids were like, here we come.
Here's a few.
Golly, golly. Oh, that's so cute. I would have preferred Yaya because I think that sounds so, I don't know, classy, but Gaga it is. Vito, stop. I can't. We have one country Skeeter and one Vito. A Mallory and a Magnolia. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, y'all, it is 11:19. I'm going to get off of here. Jay Leno Chin. She still remembers me calling her that. You're a Mimi. Read your last comment. Let me find it. How far up? There it is. My BFF's grandson calls her Gaga too. And when he wants her to hold, he says, you peas. Hold you peas. Oh. Oh, I remember when my kids would say, I want to hold you.
Oh.
You're just granny. That's what I thought I was going to be, Charlie. I thought of everything I'm going to be granny. That's what's going to happen to me. I miss that too. But now, now I get help me. Like they're strangling him or something. Help me, help me. And I say, I will help you. And we always say, you can do hard things. And he says, yes. Hey, November Rain. Glad to see you. All right, y'all. We're going to go. Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming to these late night chats. I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. And remember, watch the trial tomorrow. And hopefully we can talk about it tomorrow. And y'all have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.